Hi guys, today I'm going to be doing a lens review of this Canon 40mm f 2.8 Pancake lens. And I'm going to start right now. Hi guys, and welcome back to the channel. My name is James, and if it is the very first time to this channel, and you want to learn all about Photoshop, Lightroom, and everything photography related, start now by subscribing and hitting the bell, so you don't miss anything. So in this video guys, I'm going to be doing a lens review of this Canon 40mm f 2.8 Pancake lens. And I'm going to be breaking these reviews down into 5 different parts, so we can work out together if this lens is worth a spot in your camera bag. So, without further ado guys, let's get started. So the first thing I'm going to be talking about is the build quality. This lens is an extremely compact, fast Pancake prime lens made from a premium plastic construction with a very small plastic focus ring. The plastic focus ring has a textured feel to it, but due to the size of the focus ring, it is still difficult to use. This lens has a STM or stepping motor technology, which is incredibly smooth to use due to the fly-by-wire construction. On the rear of this lens, you will see a metal mount plate, which adds to the compact rigid shell of this lens. This lens also has Canon's new button setup, which makes it a lot easier to switch from auto and manual focus, even when using gloves. But due to this lens not having a metal construction like some Sigma and Tamron lenses, and not having weather sealing, I'm only going to be giving this lens a 7 out of 10 for build quality. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the image quality. This lens provides sharp images and has a standard bright aperture of 2.8, which is 4 stops brighter than your standard kit lens, which is perfect for shooting shallow depth of field shots and low light photography. Also, due to the 40mm focal length and its small size, this lens is great for all types of photography, including discreet portrait photos, weddings and events. This lens has a 7 aperture bladed diaphragm, and with a standard bright aperture of 2.8, this lens is great for creative photography and adding in smooth background blur. Although I have found this lens does struggle to render busy backgrounds in an aesthetic way. So due to the bright aperture of 2.8, which is a big step up from your standard kit lens, and providing sharp images, I'm going to be giving this lens an 8 out of 10 for image quality. So next on my list, I'm going to be talking about is the size and weight of this lens. And this is where this lens really does stand out versus the competition. This lens is by far one of the smallest native Canon lenses out on the market today, hence the nickname the Pancake lens. With an overall size of just 68mm and sticking out from your camera by just 27mm, you will barely notice this lens on your camera, which is perfect if you're planning on taking it for discreet photos or if you're thinking about hiking long distances. And with an overall weight of just 130 grams, this lens is light enough and small enough to fit in your pocket. The lens is even small compared to other really small aperture prime lenses, such as the 50mm f1.4, which you can see here. So due to the compact size and just weighing in at just 130 grams, I'm going to be giving this lens a 10 out of 10 for size and weight. So the next thing I'm going to be talking about is the focus motor. This lens has an STM or stepping motor technology, which allows for incredibly smooth focusing, especially when you're using it for manual focus. This is due to the fly-by-wire construction that this lens uses. And because of the size of the glass element, the focus motor is incredibly quick and does not have to move a lot of glass when focusing, which is perfect if you're using this lens for fast moving objects, such as sport photography. This lens also has a fancy feature. When you turn the camera off, the lens element automatically retracts into the camera body, protecting itself. But due to this lens not having a full-time manual focusing feature, I'm only going to be giving this lens a 9 out of 10 for focus motor control. Last but not least is the price. And coming in at just £190, this lens is incredibly cheap, especially if you compare it to other 2.8 aperture prime lenses. The only lens price-wise that I would say this lens compares to is the Canon 50mm f1.8, but I would say the optics of this lens are far superior, which makes it a lot better value for money. And due to the size and weight of this lens is incredibly handy for all situations, especially if size and weight is a concern. So for that reason, I'm going to be giving this lens a 9 out of 10 for price. Brilliant! And there we go guys, so that is my lens review of this Canon 40mm f2.8 Pancake lens. And with a respectable score of 43 out of 50, this is a highly recommended lens and definitely worth a spot in your camera bag. Again guys, if you want to like, comment and subscribe to my channel, it really does help my channel grow. Also, if you want to hit the bell notification so you don't miss any of my latest content. Also, if you want to have a look at any of the sample images that I used using this Canon 40mm, then it will be available on my Patreon account. So consider, if you're not already, being a part of my Patreon community. But until next time guys, keep creating.